to issue the books and to return the books. The librarians and the library staff had to manage all the records manually. Somebody was telling just after the lunch that they had to scan the front page and the abstract page, the publisher page manually. Then manually they had to classify to which category the book should belong. So that is cataloging, indexing, all those stuff. And of course, the library access was restricted to certain geographical locations because everything was physical. There was nothing online, no internet, nothing. So I can access a book in a library, only the library which I can visit. In fact, when I completed my PhD, Shadam is not here, just left. Somebody commented, I never visited the library, ISI library in Calcutta. So after he heard that I did my PhD in image processing, he commented that, how is it that you have finished your PhD in image processing, but I never seen you in ISI? Then I told him, yeah, so possibly I'm an example that even without taking any help from ISI, somebody can do PhD in image processing. The reason was very simple, because in ISI there was a very strong group in image processing and machine learning. Machine learning that time, it was very popular in the name of pattern recognition. Machine learning is an option of it. Professor Dijesh Dr. Majumdar anti-state. A very, very strong team. Professor Dijesh Dr. Majumdar is a highly celebrated person. And because of that team, ISI library had huge stock of the books on image processing and pattern recognition. So it was quite obvious that somebody doing PhD in image processing will visit ISI library for referencing. But fortunately, in my case, our library had become quite strong that time. Professor D.K. Bandopadhyay was the librarian. Professor Maitri was the library professor in charge library. So after visiting them and requesting them, we could get good collection of image processing books as well as journals. In fact, the Journal of Pattern Analysis and Machine Learning, still we have. That was the time it was when it was subscribed. So without help of ISI library, so the access was limited to a particular geographic location, and there was a system that if I needed some literature which is not available in all libraries, I could put a requisition that material would have been borrowed from some other place. Then I could get a copy and give it. And apart from these limitations, of course, during World War II, lot of libraries, because everything was physical, lot of libraries got destroyed. And volumes of literature, books and other research materials, all of them were destroyed. So what is the library that we have now? Mostly we have the resources which are available online, and for accessing these online resources, I need not always visit the library physically. In fact, today itself, where is it? Is it here? One of our own library staff, I was really ashamed that I never seen him. The simple reason is, for last few years, I have not visited the library physically. Because whatever I need, I get it. Of course, this is not something good that I have to, right? A physical interaction can never be replaced by online access. It is not possible. So what I did is not a good example. You should not follow. And because mostly the things are available online, so this limitation of geographical boundary is not a hindrance anymore, because you have internet of high bandwidth. Once you have the online materials available, that can be accessed from anywhere, as long as you have that internet connectivity. And of course, after adopting automation, now the job of the library staff, that has been simplified. Earlier, whatever effort they had to put now the effort has come down. Like cataloging, inventory management, subject indexing, all these things can be done much more efficiently in this environment. So, though there is a fear that this automation, or particularly artificial intelligence and machine learning, they will take away people's job. Human being will be redundant. I feel, yeah, initially there might be some turmoil, there will be some chaos, but over the time, it will be beneficial for the mankind. So we should have patience for the mankind. And of course, we have AI-powered recommendation and variations to the members. So this is another advancement that can be done in this digital platforms. So what are the user expectations? Let us start from the very beginning that I want to interpret. Right now the system is, there are securities. I have to go and report. If the security knows me, it is fine. Just looking at my face, he'll let me in. But in most of the cases, as the volume of users is increasing day by day, the securities have their time shifts. It is not always expected that they will be knowing me right there. So I have to go report, possibly show my identity card, enter in the logbook, then I can enter. And after spending 35 plus years in IIT Kharagpur as a faculty, if I have to show my identity card to the security, obviously that happens. So I want that the access to this system. That is, there should be control. Just I show my face before the camera recognizes me. Now, all of you have the experience of Digi Jatra, right? You show your face and you are in. So I don't have to report to anybody for anything like this. So I want a seamless access. Of course, AI-based recommendation system, that is something is obviously welcome. And I have to select the books which I am interested in. Now, once I select the books, so for this I have to go through the catalogs, okay, find out a book, and after getting the accession number, now I have to go to the rack. Now here comes another limitation. If the height of the rack is beyond my reach, I cannot access it, right? I have to call someone that please get that book for me, which is not a good thing. So in order to avoid this, this is another problem, that you find that a lot of space is wasted. Because height of the rack can be this much or maybe 1 foot beyond that, but there is still a lot of space available from that height to the ceiling. We are not making use of it. So can I have a system, something like this, that I have racks from the floor to ceiling, and I'll have an robotic system, a robotic arm. So whenever I select my book, the instruction goes to the robot. The robot will have that accession number. It will identify the rack where the book is stored. It will get the book and deliver it. Right? So here, physically accessing the book, that problem is solved. Not only that, in the morning, sir, you are telling millions of books. So think of a library having say 10 million books, physical books. What is the amount of space that it is not a text? To do is I have to convert the image to text. So for that you need handwritten character recognition system, or even the character recognition system on the scanned data. So we had done some work on this. This is one, handwritten text recognition and word spotting. So you find that this work has been done in Hindi because the person who had worked on this project, we had done it in various languages. One is in Hindi, the other one was in Telugu, one is Malayalam, because I had set of people in that particular language. So on the right hand side, you'll find that at the bottom, every line you have the handwritten character, handwritten words, and on the top, in green, it is the recognized word. Okay. So this handwritten character recognition or word recognition, word spotting, this is one kind of work that was done. This is another kind of work, that is image restoration and text extraction techniques. If you have very old literature, and that is quite obvious, we have done some work on the manuscript written by Shuddhagit Ray. We had to take permission, right? And those old manuscripts, if you scan it, the output is not very clear, right? You get a lot of noises, like top right, the image, you find that there is a lot of background noise. So we had a machine learning based technique. There is a deep learning technique which Sharatha was talking about in the morning. We had a deep learning based technique which can remove this background noise so that your text becomes clear, and once you have clear text, then only you can go for word recognition from this handwritten texts. So that is the next level of abstraction that you get. Similarly over here, you find that on the top we have a lot of noises. Over here, the noise has been cleared in this particular. So this is different types of work that I have done. Now I'll come to interest of our young future scientists. Let me talk about what is AI now, particularly with emphasis on image processing and computer vision. So I'll start with this particular question. Do you recognize these pictures? The answer is obviously yes, right? On the left, it is Ajanta Cave's painting. On the right is our parliament painting, or old parliament, right? Now we have. But whether to recognize or not, that is not very important, because that is quite obviously recognized. But the question is, how do you recognize? That is what is important. The answer is obvious, that during our childhood, we have gone through different books where we have seen these images, or maybe some of us have physically gone to those places and seen those images of these artifacts, right? And from there, we have made an abstract model. Shagatam was telling in the morning about the abstraction. Do we remember these pictures of these images point by point? Obviously not, because if we do this, then we won't be able to recognize these as same Ajanta Cave paintings, right? So you find that it is the same painting, but the next one, on the left it is a distorted one, then you have color distortion, okay? Then you have cropping. So if I remember, if I recollect or try to remember this point by point, I won't be able to recognize that these are the same pictures. It is not possible. So it is quite obvious that what we recollect or what we remember is not a point by point information, but some sort of abstract description, which is made out of this, and this abstract description in some form stored in our brain. Okay? And the next time, when you see an image like this, again you form an abstract description, then try to match this description with the description that I have already embedded in my brain. And if this matching score, which we are doing unknowingly, if this matching score is high or the similarity is high, then I associate this picture, okay, this is something like that which I have seen before, so it must be that Ajanta Cave picture. Or similarly this one. This is a pencil sketch. But still I can recognize that this is a sketch of the same Ajanta Cave painting. So this is the abstract description which we store in our brain in the moment. So in case of machine learning, it is basically which I interflow will be something like this, that you have an input signal which may be an image, which may be speech, which may be some other signal. Then what you find out is an abstract description, which again Sarada was telling in the morning, that this abstract description we want to get in the form of some measurable value, some numerical value. Not a single one, but a set of them. So that the set of those computed values can be put in the form of vectors. So what I have is this feature vector. And once I put it in the form of vector, my job or the recognition becomes very, very simple. How? The moment I put it in the form of a feature vector, say feature vector of dimension 5, that means I am representing that entire signal or that entire class of signal by a single point in a 5-dimensional feature space. So it's a point. Right? Next time I get any other signal, I get 5-dimensional feature vectors. It is another point in the same space. Now I compute what is the distance between them. If the distance is less, it is the same object. If the distance is more, greater than some threshold, it is a different object. So that is what our classifier does. So I have my input signal, go for feature extraction, then you have classifier. You train the classifier using the feature vectors of known classes, and once the classifier is trained, for an unknown object, the classifier will classify that object into one of the known classes. So what are the different types of these descriptors that I can have? The descriptors can be boundary descriptor. You find those pair of animals on top, which has just boundary. What are those animals? Horses, both of them. Bit confusing, right? One of them is horse, the other one is a zebra. Right? But using simply boundary description, I can classify or I can separate the class of horse and zebra from other animals. But if I want to distinguish between a horse and a zebra, simply boundary description is not sufficient. On top of that, I need some region description. That is, in case of a zebra, we usually have black and white stripes, which is not there in terms of horse. Right? So boundary along with the region, that tells us what that animal or any object is. So I can extract different types of boundary properties, I can extract different types of region properties. There are mathematical tools available for that. I think I'll go faster. For boundary descriptor, I can have a polygonal approximation. From polygonal approximation, at every corner I have internal angle. You have the sequence of angles, which becomes something like a time series. Go for autoregressive model, autoregression coefficients, that gives you the description. Similarly, for region descriptors, you can have histogram, color histogram. From that you can extract some mathematical components. Mathematical. The other one is convolution of the region by some templates. Right? So you find that if I have this image which is on the left, if I convolve this with this template, I get this output. If I convolve this with this template, I get this output. Similarly, for another image, there is an image. If you convolve with this, I get this output. If I convolve with this, I get this output. So you find that the convolution operation extracts some discriminative properties from the image. Why I am saying convolution in particular is because today's machine learning or AI is based on deep learning. We always talk about deep learning. And this convolution operation is a main component in deep learning. So in case of deep learning, okay. So these are the kind of descriptors which we are saying that, okay, if I want to recognize a particular image, what that image contains, then I will extract these types of properties, and using those properties I'll have a model. Okay? And then using that model I'll go for recognition. But that is what is called handcrafted features. Now let us see how we recognize this target. Obviously we go for such kind of convolution to extract the features. Maybe I'll get edges and all. And based on that, I'll try to recognize it is a Taj Mahal. So you all are convinced that this is Taj Mahal, right? You have any doubts? Come to the next. If you had doubt, you are right. It was not Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is this. Earlier, but I had shown it this. Both the monuments are so similar. Right? On the right, what I showed earlier, that is what is Kamaleshstandup, it is at the Rangavat, and Taj Mahal is at the right. So, my basic purpose of showing these two, if we human beings get confused, I can never extract a feature using which I can train a machine so that the machine will be able to correctly distinguish between these two. It is not possible. So these handcrafted features, which we decide based on which we go for modeling, that is not always right. So why don't you give the task to the machine itself? Can I have an AI machine which will learn what are the descriptors that it needs for the recognition? Let the machine learn it. I'll simply say, this is my object. Okay? So we have a network, a neural network, something like this, which is called an autoencoder. So in autoencoder, at the input you give the signal, at the output you reconstruct. While the information moves from the input to the output, you passes through a layer which is called a bottleneck layer or a hidden layer, where the number of nodes is much, much less than the volume of the input. So here you find the raw data is passing through this layer and you are reconstructing the data at the output. To train this network, I have to minimize the error between input and output, because I want the same output. So that will be my loss function. I train this network by minimizing that. And once the network is trained, now you find that at the middle layer, at the hidden layer, I have a crisp description, and the output layer, which is called the decoder part, should be able to reconstruct my signal using that crisp description. So this description that I get is sufficient for reconstruction, right? So that means this description of lower dimension that I am getting, that is also sufficient for classification. So in earlier case, the handcrafted features that I had, now I replace by this encoder or input part of this network. I'll forget about output, because signal reconstruction is not my aim. My aim is signal classification or recognition. So this autoencoder can now replace the feature extraction part, and then it goes to the same classifier. This convolution I told about before, the convolution extracts the features. So in today's neural network or deep learning network, the different stacks of layers are something like this. At the input you have the signal, then you have a convolution operation. The convolution with the different operators, every operator gives a different output. Then you have some nonlinear function. Nonlinearity is a very, very powerful tool for implementation of complex functions. And then you have an operation which is called pooling. Pooling is something which reduces the dimension. And while reducing the dimension, it also transforms the properties from local to global. Right? You are going to collect the property over a smaller dimension. And you have the stack of these three layers one after another. And how many such stacks you have, that tells you what is the depth of the network. And when we talk about deep learning or deep neural network, it is the depth. Whether the depth is 50 or 100 or 1000, that is what defines the deep neural network. And finally, at the classification, I have the old classifier that we have to use. So this is your CNN architecture. This is the same encoder-decoder network by incorporating the convolution. So I will get the feature vector as output from this middle layer. Output of this will be the feature vector. Okay. Using which I can go for classification. Now effectively how the classifier actually works. So this is what I said. Now that handcrafted feature extraction is replaced by encoder of the autoencoder or encoder-decoder architecture. Now, if you plot these feature vectors in the feature space, I've taken a fictitious case, suppose my feature vectors are two-dimensional feature vectors. That is in my encoder-decoder architecture. At the middle layer, I just have two nodes. Right? That means my descriptor is two-dimensional. Why I have taken two-dimensional is I can plot it on a two-dimensional plane. Say x1 and x2 are my features. So if I have a bird, as I said that now it is represented by a point in my feature space. So suppose the bird will be placed somewhere here. Second bird, because they are not identical, will be slightly different but near. The second bird will be placed somewhere over here. Third bird will also be placed somewhere over here. If you have a car, it's a two-dimensional feature vector but not a bird. So it will be placed at a point which is a bit away from the bird. So if you continue like this, I get a set of feature vectors like this. For different classes, I get a cluster of feature vectors. Once you have this cluster, this is what is called class-conditional density, class-conditional distribution of feature vectors. Now my job is, classification job is simply find out the boundaries. Right? This is what the classifier or machine learning or artificial intelligence does. It identifies what is the boundary. And once you have this boundary, now if you have an unknown feature vector, if the unknown feature vector is falling somewhere over here, my interpretation will be it's a bird. If it is falling over here, my interpretation will be it's a dog. So it is very simple. I mean, there is nothing great in machine learning or artificial intelligence. The operations are very simple. So I wanted to touch upon this generative model, but I think I'll stop. You'll miss your train otherwise. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable experience sharing with us. Now, I am requesting.
Thank you, sir. Actually, Professor Obi Vishwas is the head of the department in artificial intelligence. He's a new professor in electronics, but now he is headed in our new department, artificial intelligence, machine learning and AI. And I am so happy that you have selected. I didn't know. Otherwise, I did not know that you are coming. Wonderful. He's a very simple, down to earth person. And I request Duruaji next time if you are doing this type of things, call him before you tell him. He's a very good, very see the lecture which he has given. Very simple and many people have understood easily. Understanding is very important. Two persons is given the same lecture. One lecture is very understandable, one is not understandable. So I request just next time you tell him early. I think 15 days or long back. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Now I am requesting Dr. Ranjan Sinha Thakur, Chief Librarian of BITS Pilani, to deliver his invited presentation and with us.
হ্যাঁ ট্রেন ধরে নেব এমনি এআই শুনে মাথা ঘুরছে
এখান থেকে টোটাল পাবো তো সেকেন্ড ডেট থেকে তাও তো জানি কিন্তু অনেকটা তো তাহলে ফার্স্ট গেট থেকে ধরবো
So, good evening to everyone. My lecture will not concentrate on AI. I will touch upon AI a little bit about it because I am the librarian, I am not the AI specialist. So, hope your brain will not get disturbed. So, you know that we are in the disruptive world. Every day new technologies are coming in the library field and we are adopting in that technology and we are implementing, we are running the library for our users. So we are the bridge among the users and the information and we are using the technology for delivering those information in better way to the users and AI in future the AI will help us to deliver those information quickly, efficiently and accurately. That is also we hope so. Because now the things are going on, you can say, अभी जो चल रहा है, that is everybody is talking about, that kind of operation still it has not come in the library field yet. Though few of the companies, they have developed the AI, but that is to the some extent. I will skip many things. We are facing a lot of challenges now. You know, the library field now, librarians are facing the needs for changing user workflow. Earlier, in our days when we started the career, that time we used to say the users, tomorrow you come, tomorrow we will give the information. But today, the user, they want, I want the information right now and I need this for my research very quickly. Okay. Time pressure, that creates the time. Physical spaces, daily. No library can say that my library is always full and I am getting the users. See, today also I saw that Vidyasagar University's library is almost vacant. In my library, I have space about 1,000 students. In the daytime, I get about 100 students. In the night time, I get 400 to 500 students. So every day, and I never seen any faculty member out of the 1,000 faculty members in campus. I never seen any faculty member in the library. That means that something problem is happening, and librarian has to act accordingly to bring those users who are not coming to the library. So what we have to do? Also another thing is sinking library budget. First cut happens with the library. Any management, their first look is we are investing a lot of money for library. So their eye on library that we should cut the budget first for library. Okay. So those kind of challenges we are facing. High inflation rate, every day the foreign currency rate is changing. Security and data protection, we are handling the lot of data from the publisher, we are subscribing the resources, we are signing the agreement. Our duty is to keep those information, provide this information to the users securely. How to manage that? Evolving technology. I started my career in 94. That time we used to use CDSIS. The fellow who used to work for CDSIS, those fellows are the good, the very efficient fellows in library field. Okay, but that CDSIS now nowhere. But you can see the technology, the CDSIS is used, that is the same way in the back end. Okay, now after that it came many of the library ILMS software. I started using LibSys software from 95. Okay, that time it was one of the best software. Then in 2006 onwards, we started thinking of implementing the open source software Koha. Okay, that time it was a very big challenge for us. Whether we are taking the right decision for migrating that high data into the open source server, whether it will be secured, whether we will be providing able to provide the services to the user properly. After that, that after jumping and thinking lot of, everybody started implementing Koha. Now you can see most of the 90% of the Indian libraries, they are using the Koha because that is open source. And one of the best software you can claim today. We are using RFID technology. Everybody is talking about the RFID. But what you are talking? You are talking about the normal RFID technology, which I can say that one security guard is sufficient. If you remove your RFID system, one security person can do that job. Because the traditional RFID has no security, I can say. It is giving you some kind of feelings, branding. Okay, my libraries have the RFID, but it gives some kind of fastness among the library services. You can issue the books. But today, you see the tag. Any student can break the tag using one app. As you are all library professional, you should know there is a NFC app available. You just download your app, install in your mobile, you scan any RFID books, and you can change the tag. And you can take the book confidently. No, I am awareing the library professionals how to handle it. Okay. Because the problem was, earlier we were using the HF tag. Now, it got introduced, changed to UHF tag, ultra high frequency tag, which you can't change it. Okay. You can't use any NFC app or something like that. You can't tamper also. And blended with the EM technology, which is invisible. After putting that EM tag, after few minutes it gets dissolved, and librarian also will not be able to find out that. So that is the actual technology. But where is the challenge? Why the librarians are not selecting that technology? Because the cost of the technology is 4 times higher than this RFID technology. So you can say this RFID technology, it is used only for branding the things, nothing else. We are just eye-washing. So it is having the one more problem. If someone is working very fast, it will not identify. Okay. You just take your mobile on the top of the RFID tag, it will not read. Everybody is carrying nowadays laptop. You just take the laptop on the RFID tag, where it is pasted, it will not read. You don't have to tear up. वो तो फाड़ना तो बहुत easy है. Okay. So now you see the challenge we are facing with the technology we have adopted. Once upon a time, there were the beautiful, lovely technology, and we implemented. Now it had got disrupted by another technology. So now we have to think while thinking for the RFID, we have to think for the hybrid technology, not the normal RFID. Okay. And if you see the majority of the library, if you take 100, you will find 99 libraries are with the traditional RFID system. So now, we have installed have you seen that so many kiosks are installed in your library also? But that kiosk is not necessary now. There is a mobile app. It's called Cloud Check. Of course, it's a paid software. You just install in your mobile. You will get the library access, and you can issue the book. You don't have to come to the self-issue kiosk in front, and you can issue the books. And that will be correctly preserved in your library software. So no need of buying those 8 lakhs, 10 lakhs medicine for issuing and return. Nowadays, the users are busy. That's why I said the time pressure. So user, if they want to drop the book in front also, in front of the gate, they are more satisfied than coming inside the library. So there is a technology now, it's a smart shelf. Okay, so a student will keep the book on the shelf, it will get automatically returned. So those kind of technology, it has come now in the market. So there is a self, this inventory control. We used to take the inventory every time. So in our days, that when we used to take the inventory, we used to write on the paper, okay, access number 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is tick, 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 and this book is not available, so it is cut. Okay. So that time we used to take the inventory like that. Now this RFID technology, it has helped us to get the inventory very quickly, even within a day. Okay, we can complete the RFID inventory control within very short period of time. Now, another one is the boom barrier, or you can say smart barrier gate, where student will punch the card and they will come inside the library. And if you want to run your library with one person or with no librarian, that is also possible nowadays. You just make a smart gate, and student will come, they will punch and come inside, and library can get open, you can get full access to library at any time. So these kind of technology things are happening. Earlier the e-book, now that everybody knows that perpetual access, subscription model. Now that is also slowly going up, and now the new platform is coming, that is the evidence-based model. That means if you do the contract agreement with the publisher, they will open up their whole platform for you, and at the end of the year, they will ask you the book which got heavily used, you can take it. You will get that book at that same subscription amount. So that perpetual access and the pick and choose model, that's all are going up. So EBSCO, this data analytics in library is very much essential, because when you are going to subscribe any resource, you need to have a good data analytics, good usage, how to capture that. EBSCO has come with the e-resource management software, where you can put your whole subscription, it will monitor your usage, it will capture your usage, and it will, at the end of the year, it will track you, it will give you the total usage pattern, and accordingly librarian can take the decision. We are using IRM. Folio, it is used by here, AIMS Kolani is using. AIMS Kolani, they are using the full folio software at their library. So there are now the remote access challenges. There are many softwares. Out of that, I like, because I used in my life easiest proxy. I used the Nimbus. I am not satisfied with both these, but I am very much satisfied with the OpenAthens, because the security system they have adopted, the methodology they have adopted, that is competitive than any other software. Now this ONOS. So now the government of India, this is we can say that one of the very important steps government have taken for the government institute, at least about 6,500 institutions will be get access to those resources and at no cost. So the librarian job actually now is to aware the users how to get access to it. I have one experience, because this our library profession actually we are not taking the things properly, rightly, positively. What is happening? My son is doing MBBS at Arjigor Medical College. He went to the librarian. He asked, sir, we supposed to get the ONOS, and we are doing the research. You can do it easily. Then the librarian said, I am not interested. Go to hell. Okay. And he is every day he is going to the librarian office. He is telling, I told you that I am not interested on ONOS. So get rid from me. Okay. So, but the librarian should consider this. This is very one of the very good thing. The librarian can keep their profession alive by through the ONOS and by providing the information correctly to their researcher and the faculty members. And you know, this, out of the open access, another new technology is coming, the open access. Now, 53% of the article publications are on open access, and slowly by 2027, it is expected that 80% of the things will be available on open access. Now, this is only for the government and the government libraries. I will put 5 minutes. So AI. Now coming to the AI. What way AI will help? I think the mainly at this stage, we implemented in our library the ChatGPT 3.5 and we have developed the virtual assistant at the first stage. Okay. So there, where we have developed a context file. You know that as a librarian, I did not have any idea that how this AI will respond. So what I have done is I have collated all my generic questions, the FAQs inside the AI in the language model, and AI is responding whenever I am asking the question. Suppose some student is asking who is the librarian of this BITS Pilani, it gives the reply. Who is the vice chancellor of BITS Pilani, it should give. What is the library timings today, it should give the answer. I am looking for a books on metallurgy where I should visit, which shelf I should visit. So that AI we have implemented at the initial stage. Now we are working on ChatGPT 4 where we are integrating our full catalog and of this Koha, about 4 lakhs of records we are integrating, where students do not have to visit the Koha catalog. They can just ask the question from the AI search interface and they can get the information from AI itself. So those kind of work we are doing with the help of our students. No, we have purchased the ChatGPT. Now there are very integrated models are available in Scopus AI. Just one second. Clarivate also it has come out with AI model. Alma Connect, Alma Metadata Assistant, that is also developed by the Clarivates. And one more thing is that is a Talpa. There is one AI, Talpa AI. They have come out with the library model. What they are doing is they are integrating the library catalog and they are offering you, but that is definitely a priced model. We asked for the price. That price is about 8 lakhs. So the cost, we are all talking about the AI, but where the library will get the money? So that is the main challenge. So you know that these kind of things we are in the so we are. I am not going to continue some more because my friend this Bablu is is really just reminding me your train is there. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. Now I am requesting Dr. Bablu Sutradhar, librarian of IIT Kharagpur, for delivering his valuable speech regarding NDL in front of us. Sir, please.
and go to the Google store and search NDLI. First, this thing you have to do, then you will start presentation. Open your mobile. You have to install the app. There will be a prize for you. So please open your mobile and go to the Google store and just type NDLI and download that app. I'll give 5 minutes, please do it.
ইনস্টল কর
Play Store. NDLI. Or NDL, NDLI, anything you can.
অ্যাপসটা কোথায় পাবো?
Yeah. Just download it.
ওটা ইন্ডিয়াল
So this is for your benefit. I am just requesting you to download this app. Okay. Sir.
ইন্ডিয়া দাঁড়া করেছি।
How many of you download? Very good. Please, all I request, please, my personal request, please download it. Very good, very good. Sir, can you help করে দাও না ইয়া?
এনডিএল ঠিক আছে, ন্যাশনাল ডিজিটাল লাইব্রেরি ইন্ডিয়া।
NDL or NDLI.
হয়ে গেছে ওরাই
ঠিক আছে, বলেছো তো?
নেট বেশি স্লো এখানে বুঝছে তোর হয়েছে। ওই বিষয়টা কি ও গ্যাপ
When your app is download, there are 8 options. There is 8 bucket of information, and you can say there are 8 vertical. One of class 9 or 10. I should not go to other resources. I am interested only in the school education content. Therefore, we have classified the content and we have segregated it 8 bucket. All this bucket is different type of information. So let's start. I'll take 20 to 25 minutes and I'll finish my lecture. So, what is the genesis of this National Digital Library project? Many of you know that it is a prime project of Government of India, Ministry of Education, and it started in the year 2015. That was the first phase of the project, and then the project is finally launched in 2018 June by the Education Minister, and now we are in phase 3 stage. So we have already completed our phase 1 and phase 2. Now we are running in phase 3, and in phase 3 there are a lot of challenges, lot of activities that we have to complete because there is a NEP 2020 is declared. So how NDLI is fulfilling this NEP 2020 means declaration. Now, at a glance, you must know how much contents are there in National Digital Library. You can believe it that 12 crore content, 120 million contents are available, and more than 80% contents are freely available, freely downloadable. You can download, you can take a print, whatever. You can reuse it. These are all open access resources, and these are fully downloadable. And then some of the resources are not fully downloadable. You have to take a permission from the source. then only you can download. And some of the information, some of the resources that NDLI has purchased it, subscribe it on national license basis. Because the content we subscribe, mean we purchase, those content will be available to access within our country. When you are trying to access from Bangladesh or Pakistan or Nepal or anywhere, you will not be able to access it, you will not get access. But you have to register, then only you will be able to download it. So these are our own resources that we have purchased for National Digital Library on national license basis. And NDLI also creating the resources, not only harvesting the resources, integrating the resources from other sources, but also we are creating our own resources. And this site, it has more than 400 languages, of which all the Indian language contents are available, and there are 12 languages in which we can have a search facility. The rest of the language, Indian language that we are trying, very soon it will be available. Then most of the things that we have developed, it is all developed by open source. We have not purchased any means software, any things from the third party. So today the CMI which we are using, that is our own development. And we have a lot of search facility, filtering facility, ranking facility, lot of way you can restrict your search and you will get your accurate information. Then most important things that we have another portal called NDLI Club. NDLI Club is basically for NAP 2020. That is more effective. So I request all my college librarians who are here, your library must have a NDLI Club. When the NAC people will come to your library for visiting, they will go to the library and they will check whether your library is a member of this National Digital Library Club or not. And if you are not a member of this National Digital Library NDLI Club, they may raise a lot of questions, may deduct some number. So I request all of you, please involve your person. You can identify somebody to contact with us. We have a set of people who are helping them to set up the NDLI Club, in which you can do lot of activity. NDLI Club basically it is a portal that we have developed. In this portal, suppose in your college 500 or 5,000 or 10,000 students are there. So all the students at one stroke, you can inform them that library is organizing one event. It's called workshop, debate, anything. So you can inform them to participate that event, and also they will get the certificate. After attending this event, they will get the automatic certificate from that portal. And also the member of those NDLI Club user, they can also join the global talk. Every month we are organizing a very reputed person and giving the global talk on various topic. So they can also participate. So this is a free portal. So you can use this portal for your library and do lot of activity. And as on today, we have more than 6,500 clubs throughout our country. It's very impressive. And also we are doing idea workshop, and also we are providing cloud base. That is very, very important for the library who do not have the infrastructure, but they have the content. Our motive is that we will provide you space and we can create your idea remotely, but condition is that you must upload the local content in your idea, so that we can integrate those content with our National Digital Library. So it's a win-win situation. You are getting a means cloud base with idea, and also we are getting the resources from you. Your local content will have a global access. This is the concept. So you please join hand with us so that you will get resources from us and also you will get resources from you. So this is the objective of this idea. Now this is NAP 2020. You can see there are a lot of clauses are there, and we have mentioned all the clauses are related to National Digital Library, like content repository, then NROC, then collection, school, college, PG level, then competitive exam, JEE, NEET, GATE, JAM, so all type of examination. Then search, different type of search. Then national licensing, that already we are having two publishers. We have purchased their content with the national licensing. Then NLI club, already I have told that we have 600 plus, 6,000 plus club throughout our country. Then digital heritage, multilingual, already 12 languages, subspecialty are also available. Very soon we are covering almost all Indian languages. Then pedagogy research, then disability knowledge. So all these are available with this our national digital portal. So this way we are helping to implement the NEP 2020. So now this is the portal. When you upload the app, you have seen there are 8 bucket or 8 vertical. So each vertical there is a different type of content. School education, suppose suppose your son is studying in class 9, class 9, 8 or 7. So they want a book from CBSE, NCERT books, different board books. So they will get it. They need not to go higher education, career development. It's not required for them. So therefore, we have classified in 8 vertical and segregated the information. It is very useful for the user. A ministry has suggested that you should do this type of system so that the people can select their required site. So this is the source for school goer. Those students are studying in class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 11, 12. For them, these are the resources like physics, chemistry, biology. Then class 1, class 5, class 6, class 2, class 3. So these are the classification, the educational level in which standard the student is studying. Accordingly, when you do the search, you can also filter that I am a student in class 8, I need this subject. So this way you can select. Only those information will be read and displayed. So this is very interesting that all the school board books are available to download. It is a full text book. Suppose we are studying in Bengal board, so all the Bengal board books are available. All the books published by UP board or Kerala board or Tamil Nadu board. So almost all 23 school board books that we have integrated. 12 is left that we are doing. Very soon we will have all the Indian different board books will be available in our site and it will be downloadable. It's not easy work. It's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. And it is an asset for our country. So this is another thing that career development. So after 11, 12, the student try to take admission in engineering, like IITs, NITs. Someone want to take admission in medical. So where they will get the information? So what we are doing, we have a team sitting in Kolkata. There is one center. 52 people are working there. They are actually making the solution of the question paper for all JEE, NEET, JAM, GATE, NEET. So all last 15 years question paper they have solved it, and then solve of this question paper is different from the books which are available in the market. See, in the JEE or NET, it is a multiple choice question. There are 4 questions. One is right, 3 are wrong. So our team, this is different because our team is doing in different way. They are saying this is correct. Why correct? Explanation is given. Why other 3 are wrong? That explanation is also given, so that you can cross check. Yeah. Oh, great, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Give me a big hand. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's not easy. Huh? So all your cooperation, all your help is possible. Is possible. All you are the ambassador for this national digital library. So this is career development. Now we are thinking about the job seeker, what they will do. Suppose I am preparing for SSC examination, staff selection, banking, railway. So they also need help from National Digital Library. What they are doing, we are also providing the solution of the question paper last 20 years and different way. And then also we have a mock test platform. The user can also participate in the mock test. And he can judge himself how much he has given the right answer. And those right answer, wrong answer, our system will tell these are the right answer and these are the wrong answer. So you can judge yourself through this mock test. So these things we have, it's a very big thing for all of you. And these are the examination I just mentioned here. These are the question paper solution already available with us. Anyone can attend the mock test for this. So these are the resources for UG PG student, and these are the resources for the research scholar. As I told that there are 8 buckets, all the buckets, the different type of contents are there. So this bucket resources are for the research scholar. And India is a rich cultural country. We have a lot of archives, and that must be preserved. So we have another vertical called cultural heritage. So lot of resources are available. You can find out, you can search. I cannot tell you now because very short time. Then we have a newspaper vertical. You see in the 1947 what happened those days. Everything you can see from your home, from your office, anywhere, anytime. Yeah. Achha, it is there, it is there, it is there. Yeah, it is there. So this is the intern examination vertical. Here I have told. Now wonderful thing is that as I told you that 80% contents are freely available to download and read, and you can take a printout, but 80%, 20% of the contents are not freely downloadable. Then these are the symbol. When you are searching the content, each and every content, it will show whether content is open, whether content is NDLI content, whether content access is limited access, whether it is subscribed, or whether the content is restricted. So you can get it. Each and every search, you can identify whether the content is free or not, it's downloadable or not. Now these are the user interface that we have, 12 languages, you can give a search. Then this is the architecture. It's a big architecture. You cannot imagine the data we are handling, the data we are curating. It's a big job. So data store, and then we have a web portal, and we have a lot of application called apps. All 3 apps you can download, that Umang, and then we have iOS, and then Android. So all this mobile you can download. We have a NDLI club. So these are the application. And we have 2 centers. One is Kolkata, one is Kharagpur. Kolkata, there are 50 people working, and Kharagpur is around 49, 50 people are working. So this is the server, and this is the starting to end. As on today, we have 120 servers that we are maintaining. We have a two data center. One is Kolkata, one is Kharagpur. Suppose Kharagpur is not working, automatically the Calcutta server will on. So very loss of time. It will it will be on, and you will be able to. There will be no interruption for access. And now it's come to the library science, the metadata. What is the beauty of the digital library, and why you are studying the library science? Because of this metadata is very, very important. Unless and until you explain the content, what is it, your search will not give. You will not get the search of the content. So this is very important, called metadata. So what we have done, we have developed a schema, NDLI schema. So NDLI schema, when we have developed it, we have taken help from three major schema. One is doubling code, one is LRMI, and one is Shodhganga. And with these three schema, we have developed our own metadata schema in which you can explain any type of content. Maybe a text, maybe a autograph, photograph, painting, map, anything you can explain through this metadata schema. And you have to have explain, describe the content. Otherwise, there will be no search. So now, the National Digital Library is handling a large amount of data. Sometimes we are getting a source which contains 12 lakh resources, 12 lakh content. So by human, it's very difficult to curate the data of this 12 lakh. It will take lot of times, and it's not possible even. So therefore, we have developed our own automated metadata schema, automated metadata curation tool. So that through this tool, very short time, we can curate the data. So this is the development of NDLI, and you can use. Finish. Time, yes. Yeah? Just two, three slides. So NDLI service that, as I told, that we are providing the cloud-based service. If you need a space, you please contact us. We'll give you a space, idea we'll give you, but you have to upload the content. That is the thing. As on today, we have given so many people free of service. Yes, thank you. And if you buy from Amazon, how much amount you have to pay, you can imagine it. It's a huge amount. Every year you have to pay. And it is a free of cost. So these are the institute we have provided. These are the area in which we have organized idea workshop. And this is NDLI Club. I request all of you, please contact us to set up a NDLI Club in your library, college library, so that you will be providing a lot of service through this portal. So I request all of you, please contact us. We will give you support. So this is learn and share and grow concept. So I'll not go into details. So now there are a lot of collaboration that we have. Many organizations we have collaboration, and then we have a partnership, national international partnership for this project. Then we have a very much outreach program. We are going various state, college, university, organizing the workshop, sponsoring, and then a lot of things that we are doing to promote the National Digital Library. I request all of you, as a librarian, you please also promote the National Digital Library so that the poor people will get resources from this development. So this is the endorsement from our Prime Minister. He has also given his comment. And we have received award, like 6 awards that so far we have received from various organizations for our work. Is a recognition. And these are our important slides that I want to show you, that document delivery service that we are going to start. Because a single library is not enough to provide all the resources. So there will be a system. You just send a request, we will provide you the content. You cannot print out, you cannot take the printout, you cannot download it, you just read it. And within 3-4 days it will be vanished. So this is the system that we have finally developed. Then new CMS that we have already developed. National Digital University is coming up, so we will be providing the resources for them. Then idea service already we have started to means many organizations. And then mock test, it is already done. And the most important thing that we have also developed a library automation software, and which is better than Koha and E ECE. It will be very soon available for all of you. One-stop installation. Testing, it is a testing phase. Already through demonstration we have done it. Some modification is required. Maybe the next month we will be launching this software from this National Digital Library of India for the people of India. It will be totally free. And also the National Digital Library is ISO certified project. With this, thank you very much. And I just request all of you, if you need any support, you please contact us. We are ready to support any things for development of your library. Because we are also getting help from you, no? So it is our duty to help you in various ways. So thank you very much.